All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome to another special episode of The Council. I'm Yousef, and today I'm joined solo. I fired everyone. No, if you've been following us on Twitter, you know that we have had a plethora of screeners over the past couple of weeks, really. I mean, we've seen everything from Judas and the Black Messiah to the Moratorium, I think, Blithe Spirit, I Care a Lot, and so on and so forth. But we haven't really been reviewing it because technically we're on our break. You know, we went from season 2, the Blue Ribbons, we had a lot of fun, but now it's time for old Yousef to sleep. However, two things we're going to review. Only two of our screeners we're going to review. One of them is going to be Cherry. That's the new Tom Holland movie. Obviously, we're going to review that because everybody wants to know how that is. And we're going to be making the embargo for that. So that embargo lifts on the 25th of February at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So be sure to watch out for our review for that. And also this film, The United States versus Billie Holiday. Now, the reason we're reviewing both films as opposed to all of them is two reasons. Number one, the embargo lifts on that date, so, you know, we're not really that big, so just, it doesn't make sense for us to review a film if, you know, there's already thousands of reviews out there. And also because we feel like these two films, like this one I really wanted to review. This was last minute, that's why I'm by myself, only I got the screener. And it's just a really, really phenomenal film. So this is the film. It's from Lee Daniels. It stars Andra Day. It was nominated for 2 Golden Globes for Best Actress for Andra Day, as well as Best Song for Tigress and Tweed, which is such a good song. And it's going to be debuting on Hulu on February 26th. Now, this film was absolutely phenomenal. There's been a lot of really, really good films last year and this year that, you know, I feel like should maybe get a larger audience because of the, you know, the pandemic, because of all the big films that have kind of escaped. These smaller films have a chance to kind of showcase themselves a little bit more. That's something Ian and Esham talked about when we interviewed them for their movie Fat Man, that, you know, during the pandemic, because all the big movies are out, smaller movies kind of have a chance to have a little bit of footing. And I really hope that this does, because it was so good. It's about the jazz singer Billie Holiday. It's based on a true story, and how the FBI kind of tried to put an end to her career and kind of silence her a little bit because of her song Strange Fruit, which is about a lynching. And at that time, lynching was still allowed. And at the end, they said something about a bill that was trying to get through. I'm not American, so I don't know any of this, so excuse my politics, and I'm not going to get political here, but there's a bill that's happening. It was introduced, I think, in February 2020, and it's still not passed. So that's something that, you know, the last title card that you see in the film. But this film is extremely powerful. Extremely powerful. I want to start by talking about Andra Day. Andra Day is the actress in this film. She's the lead. She's also a singer. Now, I didn't know that this was her first performance, because it really does not feel like a first performance. I mean, she really, you know, put herself in this film. She was really transformative, kind of, and believable in her performance. It felt like I was watching, you know, a performance by Meryl Streep or Lupita Nyong'o, or one of the, you know, very successful actresses. And the Golden Globe nomination really makes sense. I hope she gets nominated for an Oscar instead of Amy Adams, who got the SAG. But she was just phenomenal, and for this to be her first film, you know, they talked about during the Q&A afterwards that Lee Daniels didn't want to cast her because he didn't want to get a new actress. He felt he already did that with Gabourey Sidibe, and but everyone told him to go with her, and she just blew everyone away during the audition. And I could see why. I mean, she really embodied Billie Holiday, and so many things in her performance. I mean, I don't want to get into spoilers, but she really, you know, you felt the emotion that Billie Holiday felt, and it made you angry. It made you really care about this character. And of course, the transformative nature of it, just in terms of her look, also was really incredible. But also just the arc that the story goes into. I don't want to spoil anything, but there's a moment in the film when she's singing Strange Fruit, and Andra talked about how, You know, when she was doing it in her audition, when she was singing Strange Fruit, it was kind of performative. And then when she was doing the recording of it, you know, for the soundtrack and everything, that it was a little bit of kind of this showmanship and not really talking about the importance, but how when she was on set and she sung it, it wasn't, you know, she wasn't trying to make it a beautiful song. She wasn't trying to perform at all. It was more urgency and more desperation of like, you need to listen to this, and you really, really felt that. So I think that was incredible. And obviously, I mean, Lee Daniels, he's an incredible director, and he directed this movie phenomenally. There's one scene, and I'm not going to give you the context of the scene because it's absolutely incredible, but it is it's all I'll say is it's a one take, like it's a one shot scene. It's a long take that follows Billie as she kind of experiences something, and it's so beautiful. It's kind of like watching a ballet, just with the music and the sound and the movements and the shots and the lighting. It was just so gorgeous to look at, and the fact that they were able to pull it off, and it really, really made you feel, because it's not about experiencing one thing, it's about experiencing multiple things, you know. And he talked about that, and I don't want to spoil what those things are, but when you see it, you really, really notice it. And there's been a lot of films recently about kind of the FBI and J. Edgar Hoover. I was talking to the other council members, and I was like, man, Hollywood's really trying to get me to hate J. Edgar Hoover. I mean, I already do. He's an awful person, but he's not even in this film, but you feel his presence through one picture that they have of him. You know what I mean? So it's just a phenomenal film. I can't say enough good things about it, and I don't want to over explain, because I don't want to spoil anything that happens in the film. It's about 2 hours. It debuts on Hulu. I think everybody needs to watch it, because you'll get educated on Billie Holiday. And the other thing is, you know, there's already a Billie Holiday movie with Diana Ross from way back, and this is not a biography about Billie Holiday. This is not a remaking of that film. It is simply, they took a period of time and made it about that. It's very much about the FBI investigation into her and her drug use, more than actually telling the story of Billie Holiday, and this was her childhood, and this is her early life, and this is her death. Like, no, they didn't do that. It was more about this one period of time. There's one flashback to her childhood, but it works in the context of the film because it adds to why she's like this, so it helps you understand a little bit. But I do think this is a really strong film. I'm kind of sad that it's not getting more recognition. I really, really, really hope that it does get Best Original Song, because Tigress and Tweed is beautiful. I really hope it gets Best Actress for Andra Day, and if there was like a best scene, then this would definitely get it for that long take. So that's my review of The United States versus Billie Holiday. It's very, like, my review is very brief. I don't want to spoil it too much, but please watch it. You really have nothing to do. We're still in this pandemic. Movie theaters are still closed, so just turn on Hulu or wherever this is available worldwide. I don't know. It's probably going to be on Star. Probably going to be on Star. There we go. But yeah, just please watch it. Educate yourself. It's very important. Even the way they start this film with the title cards was so powerful, just with the way they pan down to reveal something, let's just say. It's such a good film. And Trevante Rhodes is in it. I mean, phenomenal cast, phenomenal performances, great film. So please watch it. Again, The United States versus Billie Holiday. It hits Hulu on February 26th, 2021. So that is my review of the film. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe for more reactions and reviews and stuff. We will be back for The Council. It's a podcast that we have. The first 2 seasons are up. Links down below, and we'll be back for season 3 very, very soon. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.